All right, family. Black Power. Black Power is the truth hour with General Sara Seti. Kick back. Get your mind ready for some information that's guaranteed to be heavy. Yes, y'all. It's the truth hour. This Sunday, family, is going down. We keeping it going. Ain't no stopping. We keeping our foot on the gas. Mashing on the gas. That's right. The comedic baptism this Sunday, January 15th. The sacred African arts versus Western occultism, nothing but fire, going deep into the Egyptian mystery system, showing you the blueprint that was laid out over hundred of thousands of years of spiritual manifestation, showing you the curriculum of the Egyptian mystery system, the Kushite mystery system, and looking at the demonic institution of Western occultism that is saturating the world of today. You see what I'm saying? And saturating the minds of African people is guaranteed to be, that's what it is. It ain't gonna be nothing but the dragon. I got to come with the fire. So most definitely the link is right there in the video description. Is also in the chat. You can go ahead and click that link. Be in the house, guaranteed that I'm going where no nigga mind has ever went before. I guarantee you that. All right. And so, family, ring the alarm. KingSeti.com online marketplace. Official General Sara Seti DVD lectures. I didn't jump right on over DVD lectures, classic Jurassic DVD lectures. Yeah, I know it's not a new year, but goddamn it, every day gonna be a new year for me. I'm just gonna be, manifesting all power on this goddamn internet. You feel me? Ain't gonna be no pause and ain't gonna be no. I'm coming head, head first, crashing. You know what I'm saying? Into all ignorance. You see, t-shirts. We got the t-shirts and hoodies for the kings and the queens out there. Fly. You need to get you 2, 3 of them, 4 of them, 5 of them. You feel me? You see, when we got the African and Kemetic jewelry for the family, you know what I'm saying? You got to have your amulets and your talisman. See what I'm saying? Because they out here trying to throw the hex on you. You feel me? So you got to have your arms, your medallions, your earrings, your bracelets. You feel me? Your finger rings, your men's cups. We got everything that you need. You understand what I'm saying? To empower the mind and the spirit of African people. We got the holistic tonics and remedies. I mean, they got everything out here under the sun. They got goddamn it, bird flu, goddamn the Chronos virus, and every goddamn thing else. So you most definitely got to, fortify your immune system. We got the immunity boosters, the holy black seed oil. We got accessories for every room in the house. If you want something exquisite, then KingSeti.com is your place. Get on over there today and get you something nice, family. Class is now in session. GeneralSeti.com, Seti University, over 900 video presentations. I'm putting up a ton more tomorrow. You feel me? Just, so you just got a library of nothing but wisdom and knowledge that you can scroll through at any given time, binging on Black Power. You understand? Come up off of the freak flicks and all of that shit and this, that, and the third, and get back on some black flicks. You feel me? Seti University, Advanced African Academics, too raw for YouTube. A Seti with the master teachers, Freemasonry exposed. The black woman is God. And when Egypt ruled the earth, Cush, mother of ancient Egypt, Cushite, the Olmec voyages of the Nile. We got all world religions, Islam, Christianity, Judaism, Hinduism, video and radio interviews from the early times up into today, highlights from over 50 cities, ancient civilization and mythology, black power, politics, and economics, where we wrap it all up and give you policy and politics in order to live, in your own black divinity. The complete General Sara Seti website. Get your ass in class, nigga. Get over there and enroll. Join today. That's right. And of course, this is one of the classic of all classics. The Making of the White Man. I got a library, shocking goddamn information. Shocking. You understand what I'm saying? Blow your mind clean up off of the goddamn the spinal cord. You see what I'm saying? They had to connect your goddamn cranium back to your spinal cord. Blow it right on off. You see, General Seti keep it popping on Patreon. BPC making noise. We never calm. Exclusive live stream. Too hot to handle for YouTube. We just dropped. Just dropped. Gatekeepers of the occult world. Man, powerful. Powerful. We got this. We're gonna be tapping all the way in this year. We're gonna tap all the way in. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna tap all the way in, dealing with all our sciences, dealing with all the mechanisms of who we are as the primordials of the planet. You feel me? And making it pop. That's what it's about. At the end of the day, making it pop. Not doing rituals, not doing not damn it. The ritual is making it pop. The ceremony is making this shit pop. If it don't pop, it ain't worth our time. You see what I'm saying? And so, family, I also dropped over there on Patreon, Janus, God of January, Lord of the of portals, and it's a metaphysical understanding. You got to understand it because everything is not gonna be given to you on the surface. You see what I'm saying? That's for the laymen's. You see what I'm saying? We the exquisite high priests and priestesses from the Nile Valley. We got to get it on the highest level. We can't just be sitting up here looking at these goddamn cartoons and letting somebody tell us bare minimum and shit. You know what I'm saying? No, we got to be able to manifest this shit in liberation and revolution and you know what I'm saying, in black divinity. We can't do that, goddamn it. We don't need it. You see, and make sure you subscribe to all my YouTube channels, General Seti, King Seti, Sara Seti. Rock that notification bell. Get a video a thumbs up, like it because you love it. Share it with your family and friends. And comment. Just don't say nothing stupid, nigga. Cro-Magnon. And goddamn Cro-Magnon don't get no room to say shit. But to the family out there, be respectful because I will ban your ass quick. All right. Don't want to do it, but I will do it. Okay. Now, today, why the Bible is a book of sorcery. Uh-oh. And they say, here you go again. Here you go again. And that's what, here you go again. And that's what and it is. It's a book of sorcery. The thing is, they say, gotta ban me. What'd you say? Well, you can get your ass up over here now then, if that's what you talking about, nigga. Bye. You say you gotta ban me. All right, well then you gone, nigga. You gone. You know what? 3X. I got some 3. Let me go on there because I think they got 3X. Let me go on there. You know what I'm saying? I believe so. You know what I'm saying? Just check on there tomorrow. If that's what you rocking, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna, make sure that, if that's what you need, I'm gonna get you what you need. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get you what you need. What's that? What's this? Let me go ahead and get this nigga up off of here. I ain't got no problem getting rid of some niggas. I'll start this shit off just, putting niggas ass up out of here. It's not a problem. Nigga, you just, next nigga, next. Yeah, say, come on, nigga, say something silly. Nah, I could take a minute, nigga. I'll take a minute before I get into the teaching. And I'll get some niggas up out of here. It's not a problem. Let me start. You got to get your shit together. Black people, You gotta get your shit together. Yes, you do. You gotta get your shit together. Yes, you do. You gotta get your shit together. Yes, you do. You gotta get your shit together. Y'all niggas keep thinking this is a game. Let's get off into the teaching. Now, why the Bible is a book of sorcery? Now, number one, see, as we deal with this, see, a lot of people don't know, that Solomon is looked at as a sorcerer. He's looked at as a sorcerer. Motherfuckers want to go in there psalming and proverbing, you know what I'm saying? But, Solomon was said to be given a ring, and people don't understand that when they talk about the Lord of the Rings and so on, the Lord of the Ring, they talking about Solomon. And Solomon, in much respects, is Saturn. You see what I'm saying? And I have to, because we keep thinking, number one, that Saturn was their supreme deity. When I say Saturn, people got to understand Saturn for the Cro-Magnon Neanderthal is Amun-Ra. You see? He was, Amun-Ra. Now, let me tell y'all something. Now, when some people use different words. Some say wizard, and I use the term sorcerer. Now, the reason why I use the term sorcerer. Now, let's get off into this, because let's go to work. Let's put some work in. Here goes Solomon right there. Now, when we start dealing, again, when you understand the dragon, you see, and I had to bring, a lot of people say, well, and I had to keep telling y'all that that's only a zoo type. Don't get caught up in no goddamn Mary Poppins and shit and all no goddamn, y'all watch too many of these goddamn movies and shit. You see what I'm saying? Y'all watch too many of these goddamn movies where y'all don't see that everything is not going to be told to you. You understand? On the surface level. It never is, never will be. You see? And so when you start dealing with the prefix and the suffix of the dragon, what is the dragon? The dragon is the winged serpent. What is that symbolic of? It is only a zoo type that's symbolic of the sun. That's what it is. It's a zoo type, symbolic of the sun. That's why when you see in ancient Egypt, it could be almost any animal, but it will always have the sun disk above the head. You see what I'm saying? So it is a reflection in many aspects of the sun. You see? And so when you talk about the dragon, people don't understand. A lot of time when you see the dragon, you'll see him right there with the sun. Matter of fact, let me see. I know I got that one, but I need my one where I got the let me see. This one right here. This one, well, it might be this one, might not be that one. Might be this one, might not be that one. I like I got so many damn lectures and shit. Let me see. Gatekeeper, boom, boom, boom. Return. Might be right here. Let me see. Yep, right here. Got it. Got it. Let me get all this shit off here. I got so many I be having so many lectures up. My damn computer be like shaking. Like, nigga, what you going, I need some shit like in goddamn, they be black, I can have on them goddamn spaceships, and when they be shipping them motherfuckers up in the sky. You see? So now, this is okay, let's operate. I got both of them here. Okay. So when you see, I'll just leave it. Let me take that one out of there so we can operate. Okay. So the thing is, when you see, OR is it does not mean in every word. You see? But if you do the research on particular words, you will understand it's serpentine. It's symbolic of the dragon. So you see the orb. You see what I'm saying? The orb is in many instances the sun. You see what I'm saying? And you see the dragon right there with the sun. Now the dragon can also be the alchemist. You see? The alchemist. See, you got to understand that the dragon is a symbol of African people. You got to understand that. Because when you see when you deal with the African dragon, I'm not talking about the European dragon. I'm talking about the African dragon. Now, once you understand that the dragon is symbolic of the sun, that's why when you see in European psychology that the dragon is always destructive. You see, because what is the sun? The sun is destructive upon the European race. So they don't have no solar, deities, supreme deities of the sun. They don't. They gods is gods of clouds and thunder and rain, because that's what they pray for. They pray for them clouds. You see Zeus, you always see Zeus coming in the clouds. You always see Thor, a god of storm. What comes with storms and lightnings? Clouds. What do clouds do? Block out the sun. So those are their saviors. They ain't got no soul to say. All that Jesus shit is fake. You see, that's only to redirect your energy so you won't connect with the All Father. You gonna connect with the Serapis and shit. That's just you know what I'm saying? That's to disconnect you. So that when you see the halo on the Serapis and you confuse that the power of the sun is emanating through the Serapis. So by worshiping the Serapis, then you're worshiping the sun. By worshiping the Serapis, it was a misdirection to disconnect you from the actual, veneration of the sun and how it manifests in you. You see what I'm saying? That's a misdirection. That's a barrier. You understand? That's a spiritual barrier to keep you disconnected from the universe. So when you understand, like when you see the orb, now even you see that orb on the right, which is in the Lord of the Ring. You see when Sargon, you see, and his eye come up dragon. You see the orb, and you see, again, let me show you. Let me work with you so you can see. Damn, do I got? Well, I could use this one. I wanted to use that dragon, that motherfucker from Lord of the Rings. If I can find that one, I probably can't find it right now. Damn. Okay, I'll use this one. It's gonna give off the same, same understanding. It's gonna give off the same understanding. Okay. Where it go? There you go. Boom. So you see right there the orb of the source. Now even in sorcery, you see the OR. So it's the dragon that's there. You see, that's the black arts. I got to find that. I got to find that other one. You know what I'm saying? Because it got all. Where is that at? Let me see if it's here. Well, it's already on there. Let me see some. If not, I can't force it. I can't force it. Even though I want to, I can't force to find it. You see, I can't force to find it. Okay. Well, anyway, when you see that sorcerer on the Lord of the Rings, you see what I'm saying? He's symbolic, and when you look at him, you can see that when you look at those sorcerers, it look just like the prophets in the Bible. You see what I'm saying? That's what we got to understand. Look, just like the damn prophets of the Bible, because they are the goddamn prophets of the Bible. You see what I'm saying? And so you see here, you see the Lord's, which is the ring of Solomon also. All of that is, reflecting on some of the same occult information. You see what I'm saying? But we understand that the ring of Solomon is what? It's serpentine. It's the Ouroboros. You know, what is the Ouroboros? It's the serpent with his tail in his mouth. It's the serpent with his tail, which was first shown in ancient Egypt. You see right there, that's the Ouroboros. That's the, which is symbolic of what? Immortality. You see that's King Tut, and so that's symbolic of immortality. You see what I'm saying? And you see in immortality, you see again the dragon, and you see the serpent here. So you got to understand, in ancient Egypt, also the phoenix. The phoenix is a dragon. You see? It's a dragon, metamorphosized. You see Morpheus. We went over that. When you look at Morpheus, you understand a lot of people don't notice that, yeah, the motherfucker wearing a reptilian jacket. Motherfuckers don't see, I backs the shit up so you understand it, but nobody gonna tell you that. So you ain't gonna look in the deeper meanings of what a lot of this shit means. So when you see here, you see Morpheus, you see him right there. You see he got the reptilian jacket on. You see he got the green tie, but he got the reptilian because he's a dragon. You see what I'm saying? Dragons also come into your damn dreams. You see? And so you got to understand now, when you look at the staff, that a lot of people don't know that early on, Jesus, even throughout the Roman Empire, he was depicted with a wand. Okay? Look at this shit. You see how he raising Lazarus from the dead? He got a wand. See, they ain't showing y'all motherfuckers that. You see? He got a wand, and see, the wand or the staff of the sorcerer is serpentine. Anything that's got, in length and shit like that is serpentine. Phallus, whatever the fuck, the obelisk, serpentine. You see? Serpentine. So you see that, Jesus, and this is not just one reflection. All throughout the medieval ancient world, they saw this Jesus and even Moses and a lot of other ones that carried the staff. They no different than no goddamn Gandalf. You see what I'm saying? They show Jesus right here turning water to wine with a wand. Now, if you look and you got to understand, a lot of time they use metaphors and shit. And so you understand that Jesus was a wanderer. You see, he was a wanderer. He went from city to city to city. Odin was also a wanderer. If you study who Odin was, and he was a sorcerer. See, the thing is about the Asgardian, the Nordic, the Vikings, is that wait a minute. As the Vikings, when you look at Odin, he wasn't the type of god that just say, and it be and shit. He performed he performed magic. You know what I'm saying? So though he performed magic. You see what I'm saying? Odin was like Tahuti. He used words and shit. You know what I'm saying? He used spells. He was the master of the runes. So when you look at Odin, he was like a sorcerer. You see where Yahweh might could just say it being it is, and he's still using, but he's not looked at as a sorcerer. When you look, you understand, which is his wife, she is a witch, and they identify her as a witch. And that's why I just did a little short the other day to let you know, nigga, that you venerate Frigga. Yes, you do. Every time you say, because Frigga is the goddess of Friday, and every fucking Friday, you know what you say? Thank God it's Friday. What God are you thanking? Frigga. That's who you thanking, nigga. That's who you're thanking. You see, and you don't know what the fuck you saying, so you putting a spell on your goddamn self. Nigga, they have you running around bringing all type of demonic energy in your motherfucking life. If you do not know the shit that come out, it could destroy you. It could destroy you, family. So when you see here, you see Jesus with a wand, and that's not. And here's another one at the bottom. You see, here's another one where and so this is where you get the gospel, God's spell, gospel, God's spell. And so you see him again here, raising Lazarus up out the grave with a wand. Okay, another one, just to show you that it's consistent in the belief that but why haven't you known this? You see, why haven't you known? So he wasn't just he was performing these so-called miracles as one who was a sorcerer, as one who was a wizard, you see, and he was accused of sorcery. He was accused of sorcery. I believe this is another one to show you the miracles of Jesus in early Christian art. So, obviously, they understood to him. And so when you see the staff, especially the one that hook on the end, you see, that's the reflection of the serpent, especially the hood. And when he raises up, you see, when he raises up to strike, you see that. And so if he got a hood, he's a cobra. So when you see the serpents, they ain't just they king and queen cobras. You see what I'm saying? They just not no goddamn serpent. So when you see Pharaoh, you see what I'm saying? And you see, wait, let me show you. Because a lot of people don't understand this. When you see the Pharaoh, where's that one at? I want the one where he right next to the serpent. Here it is. Here it is right here. Here it is right here. So when you see the Nemesis crown, that's a serpentine crown. You see what I'm saying? That's a serpentine crown. That's the hooded cobra. And you understand he's in striking position. And you see the serpent in striking, the cobra right there in striking position. You see? And so he's the first dragon king, not that shit you see on over there in China. No, the Pharaoh was the first dragon king. So because that's where the dragon came from. It came from the winged serpent. Let me bring this down so you understand this shit. Okay, let me show you. Here you go, so you can see it up close and personal. You see, so you can see it for yourself. So you understand that there's different forms of the dragon. You see what I'm saying? And so you see here the wing, and this later became the dragon. Today where you see in Eastern, in Eastern Asia and so on and so forth. You see, and also now when you talk about the orb, we dealt with that, right? But let's deal with it again. You see, and you see the orb is looked at as the egg of creation. You see, and you see the serpent wrapped around it. You see, symbolic of immortality. You see, and so the alchemists, the black arts, these were the original sorcerers dealing with the orb. You understand what I'm saying? Dealing with the science of life. You understand? Which, went into what today is chemistry and medicine and so on and so forth. That's why the caduceus, like when you see doctor, you'll say, damn, this nigga said he tripped. And then I'll break the shit down so you can see, just like doctor. You see OR on the end. You're going to say, well, how does the dragon or the serpent? Because the caduceus, the symbol for medicine is what? The twin serpents around the pole with the small, it's a sun there. It's real. They shrunk it because it's really nothing but it's nothing but Ra. You understand, with the twin serpents that you see above the Kemetic temple door. That's what but they shrunk it down. You see, they shrunk the sun down so it looked just like a little ball. And so that's why a lot of time when you see, you see some of them magicians, they have a little small orb on the top of their staff. It's the sun. It's the sun. You see what I'm saying? That's what it is. That don't mean you're going to be zapping, but it's a deeper understanding of why we going, because you're going to see that the staff with the is the mind and the spine. That's what it is. You see what I'm saying? The mind and the spine. We looking at Janus, you see left and right. You looking at lion, it's the two halves of the mind. When they say Janus is the Lord of portals and gates, and you know what I'm saying, and the portal is the pineal. That's the doorway to the consciousness of the universe, outside and ends. A lot of times niggas looking out there, they need to look in here. You understand what I'm saying? What's on the outside is on the inside. So it's not so much as what you see out there as you see in here. So the two halves, and again, I just did the gatekeepers, and you see Hamdale. You understand what I'm saying? Who is the gatekeeper of the Asgardian gods? And what do they call the bridge? They call it the Bifrost. You see? Bifrost, which means the two. And I'm going to show you. You think I'm playing with you? Let me show you something. Let me show you something. And people say, oh, man, wait a minute. Let me show you something. Let me show you something. Let me show you the Bifrost. If you ever hip to, Thor and shit, but the Bifrost is the bridge that lead out of Asgard. And you can't leave out of there unless Hamdale open up he opened it up. You know what I'm saying? So he's the gatekeeper. But let me show you something so you can see. Think I'm playing with you. I love it. It's not a problem for me to show you. Wait a minute, let me get it. Not a problem. I can show you. So you can see. I want you to go deeper. Okay. Let me see. Is this the one? No, this can't be. Okay. Click out of that one. There you go. Okay. I'll be having so many of them, I can't even find the one I'm trying to pass it over to. All right, here we go. Okay. Bingo. So when you see here, you see, he's opening up the Bifrost. You see, and it's an orb. You see the bridge coming out. But you can look right at the ball opening up, and you can see the serpentine eye, you understand, opening up. You can see it. You see, so they leave a lot of symbolisms in there, only for those that, have a deeper understanding of what it is. You see it open up with the serpentine eye. You see? And so nevertheless, even when you're dealing with, let me break it down. I'm going to get back to the Bible because it ain't that hard. It ain't that hard. Let me show you. That ain't the one I want. Which one is that? Gatekeepers. Okay, here it go. Right here. Bingo. Here it is. So just like when you see the staff, even the sword, you see what I'm saying? Even the sword. You see right there that serpentine, the dragon energy. So when he put that sword down in the keyhole, see, that's the key is the sword. And so again, when you see that serpent wrapped around the sword, that's no different. You understand what I'm saying? Then the serpent wrapped around or sitting on the pineal. It's no different. You see, it's no different. It's a symbol of the pineal in the deeper meaning of things. So when you see the Bifrost, that's the two halves of the brain. You see what I'm saying? And then you see the key. The key is the melanin. What is the door? The door is the pineal. You know what I'm saying? That's the pineal. And so the deeper consciousness. So when you talking about Hamdale opening up the Bifrost. Now, when he opened it up, it gives you, you got to know where you're going, because you just can't go anywhere, because he got to open up the lane. You see, he got to open up the lane to where you going. So, you could go anywhere in the 9 worlds that you choose, and he'll send you there. So you have to understand that that's a highway. You see what I'm saying? That's a highway. What's the highway within the physical being of who we are? It's the central nervous system and the peripheral nervous system. You understand? The commands come down from the central nervous system, the brain, and the spine, and I believe it's the upper spine. I'm not sure if it's the whole spine. You understand what I'm saying? But I know it's the top portion of the spine and the brain. You see what I'm saying? And then you got your peripheral, where it might be the spine, all the way down the spine. And then the peripheral is the nerve system, that where the commands go to the necessary part of the body. You see what I'm saying? And act out the functions that were sent out by the brain. You see, so if your mind tell you, I want to move my hand, that thought came down from your brain, and then your hand moved. It didn't just move on its own. The thought came down to your hand. And so that's what it's saying by, being able, the highway. The highway is the peripheral nervous system. That's exactly what it is. And so when you're looking at the Kundalini and all that, it go through the different chakras and so on that command a certain part of the body. You see, it commands a certain part of the body. So this is the divinity inside of you. You understand what I'm saying? It ain't about you finding no goddamn divinity. And that shit is to disconnect you, so that you don't manifest the necessary energy inside of you, devoid of any type of connection with no motherfucking body on the planet. You don't need no. Now, of course, there are great ones that walk the earth that have acquired a profound knowledge that can get you there far quicker. But nevertheless, you connect it, and you don't necessarily need that motherfucker if you choose not to go that route. You see what I'm saying? You don't owe nobody shit. You are connected to the universe. You understand? You got to understand that. Now, let's get back to this. When you're talking about the so-called scriptures. Where was I at? Okay, I was down here. Now, another thing that we see. You see right here. Wait a minute. Let me make sure I'm on point. You see the great Tahuti. You see his staff, and you see the serpent on top of this is the brazen serpent. You see, and I'm doing the one where Yahweh is looked at as a dragon. He's looked at as a dragon. I'm not even going to spill the beans on that. You see what I'm saying? So you see Tahuti showing you that the energy, you understand what I'm saying, of his understanding, his manifestation of divinity is serpentine. You got to understand, we're talking about immortality. You understand? We're talking about transformation. You see what I'm saying? Moving from a continuous elevation of immortality, trying to learn everything that it is to learn in the universe. You understand? There's always a stage of elevation. There's always, and so it's a continuous elevation towards immortality. And so the serpent is symbolic of that. You see, we don't want nobody think we just worshiping no God. No, it's a symbol. And it's a symbol also of the sun. And also when you see that most dragons are considered, when you're talking about royal bloodline, because what you always see, the serpents got crowns. You see, these are not just no regular ass serpents on the goddamn ground. These are royalty. There's the dragons are symbols of royalty. That's why when you see them, they're always depicted reading. They're great lovers of knowledge. Goddamn well ain't goddamn well ain't no goddamn dragon, ain't no motherfucking read no books. You got to understand that's a manifestation of something. Also a lover of what? Of treasure. Now listen now. See, I'm gonna show you something. We know, and I ain't gonna dragons are known to what? Love treasures. They hoard treasures. What's another word for treasure? Fortune. You see, and so you see the OR in fortune. You see what I'm saying? That's symbolic, and I got it in there. You can look it up, and I guarantee you, if you put in dragon of fortune, watch this shit. Dragon of fortune. They hide the shit in the words. A lot of times you won't know it's a prefix, and there's a lot of other shit like that. Wait a minute. It's here, but I wanted them other ones, man. They was, here it go, right here. Here it go, right here. I had some ones I picked up the other day that they were so, here go one of them. Here go one of them. I'm gonna just drop it on in. I'm gonna drop it on in right here. See right there where it say, you know, and so, you know, they love treasure and this, that, and the third. You know, these are symbolic of African people. You see, let's deal with the sorcery, because we know that even right here, you looking at the that's the brazen serpent, the Nahushtan. You understand? Nahushtan. You understand, which is the brazen serpent, which Moses raised up on the pole, you know, after the Israelites, you know, they went to grumbling and shit because they was out in the desert, and they say, y'all, this God then brought us out here to die in the desert. And so God was mad at them because he didn't, you know, he said, you know, we just reading from the Bible. And so he was mad at the Israelites for, talking down on him and shit. So he sent serpents to bite them, you know, and they was fiery serpents. Now that's where, and I'm going to get off into that. Fiery, they call them seraphs. S-E-P, I believe it's S-E-P-R-A-H, something like that. But seraph, and it's also the root seraphim, you know, which is the highest ranking angels. You see what I'm saying? So seraphim is the plural. Seraph is like a singular. And so he sent fiery serpents. Now, what the fuck is a fiery serpent? To bite them and shit. And so, you know, they beg Moses to pray on their behalf that God would have mercy on them. And so he told Moses to raise the serpent up on the pole. You understand what I'm saying? Now, this is an idol. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of people say, well, this had to be a manifestation of the image of God, because Yahweh told them don't make no idols. It was a sin, an abomination to make an idol of anything that any kind of image. But yet, and still, this was the only image or idol that Yahweh ordained them. You understand what I'm saying? To venerate, to actually look upon this thing, and you would be healed. And now they held that symbol for a long time. I believe it was Hezekiah that destroyed it because they were offering sacrifice to this. You understand? But this is what God told Moses to do. And so when you look and see that it's nothing more than the staff of Tahuti. It's nothing more than the staff of Tahuti. And so again, when you see Moses throw his staff down, see, that's what I mean by that the staff is serpentine. It became a serpent. So it's symbolic of a sorcery. It's ability to perform, a miracle, or something that's so, you know what I'm saying, beyond superhuman. You see what I'm saying? And so that's what it is. So you see that all these prophets that, carry a staff, they looked at as sorcerers. They like Gandalf. You see what I'm saying? Or goddamn Dumbledore and shit. You know what I'm saying? And so here I'll show this one. This is a gift where you see him throw the damn, you see how he throw the staff down? It became a serpent. So the staff is serpentine. You see, it's dealing with the power of the serpent. Immortality. You see, it's a symbol of God. And so when you see here, you see Moses, you see him with the brazen serpent. Matter of fact, he just got the staff. That's his staff. That ain't even the brazen serpent. That's his staff as a serpent. And you see right there, you see Mercury, Hermes with the caduceus. And so that's where the doctor come in. The serpentine dragon in doctor, that the same venom that could kill you can heal you. So it was used as a symbol of medicine. And even the brazen serpent was looked at as a healing power, a healing force. And so this is where the serpentine or the dragon come in with doctor. You see what I'm saying? And so here you see the ultimate wand levitation. You see how motherfuckers use the wand. You know, now a lot of people I'm gonna work with me now. I want y'all to understand how they didn't hear a lot of things. Just like you say Levites, you see, but you also see Levite and levitate. You see, and so to show you, and don't believe that they just created words out of nowhere. You see what I'm saying? You know, levitate. You know, and so you see that many of these motherfuckers that got these wands and got these staffs, you understand, they always, performing, some, and we know that people, but a lot of times, shit, that's just enough to get, to trick a motherfucker. You see what I'm saying? So yes, there are those who manifest a trickery energy. It's that and so you have to be careful. You understand? And then, that fuck a motherfucker brain up to see a motherfucker just, out there, just floating in the goddamn sky. I don't give a fuck what a nigga say. You know what I'm saying? You're like, motherfucker gonna drop a few coins down in the, you know what I'm saying? So you see here. So the staff is looked at as a symbol of magic. You see, of sorcery. You see? And so again, so when you see Moses, he doing no different than most of these, these so-called magicians or sorcerers out here doing today. Now, here's one. Now, look at this. Coming out of ancient Egypt, where you see this one netter, he's riding on the serpent. But ain't that what they said about Moses, that he rode on the Borak and he flew from Jerusalem to Mecca or from Mecca to Jerusalem and, well, to and fro. You see what I'm saying? So you can see right there that the netter is what? Levitating. He's flying through the air. You see what I'm saying? Taking flight or floating by magical means. You see? Now you come down again, and here again you see the serpent as a staff. You see the serpent as a staff. So you got to understand, behind the surface understanding, there's always a metaphysical, a deeper understanding. And that's why when you study, when Jesus said, and the disciples say, why do you speak in parables? Because he said, for them it's not meant for them to know. See and not see, hear and not, but can't hear. Got ears but can't hear. Got eyes but can't see. You see what I'm saying? It's not meant for them to know. So you see again here the staff. And so when you see a lot of these things, you got to understand that there's a deeper understanding behind it. And so the Hebrews is no different than the goddamn nobody else out there. Wait a minute, let me go deeper. Now, another thing that we need to take into account is that soon as Jesus is born, who the first people to come see Jesus? Magicians. Now, when I was young, I was studying that shit. I was thinking to myself, I say, damn, the Magi are magicians. You see? And the thing about that, I want y'all to understand this. The thing about that is that God led the Magi. You see, the star led them to Jesus. You see? So of all the people in the world, the first people that was intentionally brought to Jesus were magicians, magi. So you have to ask see, even in that, they didn't bring no prophets. He didn't bring he brought magi. There wasn't even of the same faith. He didn't even go get tools or no shit. He went and got magi. He went and got magician. So you see right there that there's a root of sorcery. Even in there, there's a root of sorcery and magic. You see? Wait a minute. Let's move forward. Now, a lot of people don't see right here. You see, when you look at Moses, goddamn, he looked just like Gandalf. This is God's spell. So when you see him raise the staff, he parts the sea with what? The staff. You see? This is magic. He didn't just put his hand, he put the staff up. Matter of fact, I think God told him, raise the staff. Everything he told Moses to do, he told him to do by way of the staff. Everything. Raise the staff and the damn sea split. You see? And so, thus we see magic associated with Jesus from birth. Okay, we see Tahuti Hermes, brazen serpent, the mystical Christ. Okay, so when you talk about even Hermeticism, you see now when it branches off, then you start dealing with Hermeticism, you start dealing with alchemy and so on and so forth. You see? Now, check this one out. You want to see the staff? Look at the staff in ancient Egypt. You see the serpentine staff? And it's like, when I seen that, because, I'm always looking for the deeper meaning. You see, when I seen that, I say, damn, I seen that somewhere. Where did I see it? Now, it's like he's anointing him. You see, it looks like he's anointing him. And I say to myself, where did I see that from? But it's a different, but it's the same. You see how she, when they knight a motherfucker. You see what I'm saying? When they knight a motherfucker, she didn't put it on his head. You understand what I'm saying? But it's very similar in ritualism. You see what I'm saying? It's like you being anointed. You're being anointed. You're being anointed is what's happening. Now, when I study Jesus, and this is I'm gonna have to do a part 2 because I'm gonna get my things in order. He was always equated with the fish. You see, he was always equated with water. And so when I was doing the deeper understanding, I knew he's connected to more than one Greco-Roman deity. And so you can see that he has acquired a lot of different energies. And so even Neptune, he has some of, the power of Neptune, because even when you see Percy Jackson out there walking on water, you see Jesus walking on water. Even though he couldn't save himself from that cross, he out there walking on water. You see what I'm saying? And so when I seen him, he always, even feeding 5,000 people with 2 fish and 5 loaves of bread. And so that fish and that water sequence is always there. And so when I seen him with the wand, I say, wait a minute. And then you go and you see Dagon. You see what I'm saying? The Mesopotamian fish god. Also with the wand. And then you look down there and see Jesus right there. He blessing something, look like a little baby. I don't know who that is. Raising some, he's raising some man's daughter from a sarcophagus. I don't know if the man's daughter had passed or not. And so you see all of these depictions, even this one right here. You see him depicted. I guess this may be very well the same, image. You see what I'm saying? But a difference. So it ain't just no one or two. They seen Jesus as a conjurer. They seen him as a conjurer. And so when you hear gospel, God's spell, and then you see that Solomon is also a conjurer. See, it's hurting a lot of feelings because it's real. And then I'm going to go in there tomorrow and I'm going to show you where Yahweh, and I had to search for it. Because what they do, you understand what I'm saying? What they do is that when it comes to some shit that they really don't want you to, if it's beyond them and they think that you gonna go some, they'll take it out the book. That's what they do. And so when I was given some passages to research, and I mean, I went through every fucking versions of the Bible that I almost gave up. I say, damn, I can't find this. And I finally found the version that had the original text as it should be in there that verified that he was depicted, Yahweh was depicted as a dragon. I say, man, this shit crazy. I already knew, it's not beyond me to believe, because even with the volcano shit and other shit, you know what I'm saying? It's not beyond me, but after a while, all these chambers start opening up, and it becomes realer and realer and realer. Of what it's like it's an endless, and once you understand that it's endless chambers in the motherfucker, all you have to do is keep studying. You understand what I'm saying? Shit that I thought I knew. Man, shit, I'm light years ahead of, and I'm just saying it to be real. You know what I'm saying? I know far more because I'm steady, and the shit that I know today is light years beyond the shit I knew, you understand, 10 years ago. Light years. You just got to keep studying. So, I was almost, and I'm not easily giving up. If I'm on some shit, I'll be on it. I'll be like with the fucking magnifying glass looking for every goddamn chamber that I can. And I was almost like, I'm not going to be able to find this version of the Bible, but yet I found that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And it was in Hebrew. It had the Hebrew on one side to verify the word that they'll take out. They'll take this word out because they know what it means. You know what I'm saying? And when you understand it in combination with the other words in there, it only identifies one thing: a dragon. You see what I'm saying? That's what it verifies. And so again, you see, and so this is why when you see the Pope, he got to have a day. Now, some of them look like, you got to understand, when you're dealing with the Catholics, they've taken from a whole lot of cultures. So one of them is Osiris, but the Romans conquered a whole lot of cultures. When they conquer, they usurp. They, what I'm saying? They commingle religion, culture. That's what they do. You see what I'm saying? So one may look like Osiris, but that one particularly is Dagon, the fish god. And so again, so you see some of the attributes of Jesus also, but we know the science. See, now that you look at that one right there. You understand? That's from that. That's the popes. You see the serpentine in there? Okay. I want you to understand this shit. I don't make no shit up. You see here the serpent as the staff. You see what I'm saying? It's a staff. So that's the serpentine energy. Now, let's look. Now, I'm going to go out like we supposed to, so you understand we the dragon. Now you seeing a metamorphosis. You see half snake to let you know that that's us. You see? That's us. That the serpent is only a zoo type that represents the immortality of African people. So when it says the return of the dragon, it's the return of Christ. What is the Christ? In Greek, it means anointed, but that only gives half the story. Anointed with what? And you go in one verse in the Bible, it said, he anointed my head with oil. My cup runneth over. Okay, he anointed his head with oil. What kind of oil? See, so they only giving you bits and pieces in there. Now, when you add the Sanskrit, if you go to the Sanskrit and deal with Christ, Krishna in Sanskrit means what? Black. So now that when you add them together and you get, because they all leaving out something. So you don't get the understanding. You know, it's anointed, but you don't see, this one don't say what anointed with what. Then this one said he anointed my head with oil, but they don't say what kind of oil. And so when you go to the Sanskrit and you deal with Krishna or Christ in Sanskrit, it means black. So that gives the identification of the oil. The oil is melanin. Damn. God damn. Well, let's wake up, nigga. He anointed my hair with melanin. Okay, that is the conductor of spiritual and cosmic energy, because in the serpent, what? Spirals. Okay, coil or spiral, and in spiral you find spirit. Okay, all right. And so that's why many times you will see cosmic or solar energy depicted serpentine. I'm gonna show you if I can get it. Yep, I got it. Damn, I wish I had that one that was moving. So when you see, I want to show you, and then I'm gonna get to this Gregorian shit. Okay, so when you see the dragon, See, now you see the dragon there with the sun. So when you're dealing with the orb, I don't want y'all to. It's solar energy. They are using you. I don't want you to think you're gonna be zapping motherfuckers and understand. You got to peel that shit back. You understand what I'm saying? That's the shit that that's the overlay for the underlay. You see what I'm saying? So when you look at the dragon, you see the sun. Now, when you see down at the bottom, you see the winged serpent. So the winged serpent became the dragon. And you see that the dragon is always depicted in the symbolisms of what they use today for frequency and energy. You see what I'm saying? Let me show you so you understand, so we can understand that we talking science now. We talking science. Okay, here we go. Let me throw this in here so you can see it. So when you see here, you see how they show energy. They show it coming down, solar energy, but all energy is measured in what? Waves. So that's why the serpent is all many times connected with water. The Naga is a water serpent, and then you got Leviathan. You see what I'm saying? Which ain't nothing but Levi and Nathan. All you do is take the end out. Levi and Nathan, Leviathan. That's what you get. So you got some, you got some word play in there. And so what you see is that this is solar energy coming down from the heavens in the form of serpentine. And you always see the serpent, I don't care if it's in West Africa or East Africa, as if it's coming down from the heavens. And so that is symbolic of God sitting on the seat of or his throne. The throne, so the pineal is also considered the throne of God. So you see the energy of God come down and sit on the pineal. You see? And many see, now here's the sacred eight. And many times it'll just be, a circle. You understand what I'm saying? It'll be the coil, you see? But also the eight, the sacred eight is also infinity. It's also infinity. You see what I'm saying? Sit right there on the pineal. Okay? Breaking this shit down. And so you see right here the Serapis. See how he come and try to steal? You see? Nah. Listen to me now, and I'm going to get on over. I'll do a part 2 to this shit. I can't stay here forever. I can, but I don't want to because I don't want to miss the next one. So you see the Serapis, see how? Nah, I just told you that seraph means what? Fiery serpent. And seraphim is the plural of fiery serpent. And then seraphims, Serapis. You see even Serapis. You see what I'm saying? Apis, or asp. Now you got the bull now, but also in that is the asp, which is a serpent of Egypt. I believe they said that was the serpent that Cleopatra used to commit suicide or whatever. So you see even in the seraphim and Serapis, You see the rooted in there, you see the serpent. You see what I'm saying? So they trying to stick. But the thing is, and I'm going to end with this because this is all solar spirituality. That's what it boiled down. And they use certain symbols and, symbolic of the sun. That's all it is. You see what I'm saying? And we have to manifest ourselves in our divine Father, who blessed us to be here, and we bathe in the sun, we meditate, we study, we build our wisdom in the sun. That's what it all boiled down to. And when you look at that sun is an indicator of what is sacred on this planet. And you can see that there are those that are blessed by the sun, and there are those who have been cursed by the sun. And if you use the cosmos as a standard, a rule of understanding by how you can judge what side of the spectrum each thing in creation exists on, if you use that, that is a great wisdom. It is a great wisdom to bring understanding where what type of relationship or how you correlate with that thing. There's no way we could be together. No way. You understand what I'm saying? There's no way. You understand? Even judging by that, that's the one thing about the sun. Based on solar spirituality, it'll clearly define who is God and who is the devil. Ain't no goddamn doubt about it. And so you better wake up today. You feel me? I'm going to bring a part 2 to this. I'm going to get on this Gregorian shit because I'm going to show you now the flip side of the dragon. Because this motherfucker who created this goddamn calendar, this motherfucker is Dracul for real. This motherfucker is Dracul for real. Okay, and he got big kahunas. You understand? To come like he came. You understand? So come Black family, I guarantee you we're going to keep this shit popping. Thank you for being here today. Make sure you know the link is, I believe, let me drop it in here again. We're going to go to work this Sunday, the comedic baptism. Let me see. Did I put it in there? Let me see. Did I take it out? I must have took it out of there. Well, it's already up there. Let me see. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find it in there you go, right there. Let me go on and okay. I pinned it. It's at the top. So with the comedic baptism, the sacred African arts versus Western occultism, click that link, begin to think. I'll see you Sunday. Come right, Black family. Let's get on this Gregorian calendar, the chronology of hell. I want to thank you for being here. This the general saying, hey, arm yourself with knowledge. Bang on that wicked ass beach daily. Liberation through African education and confrontation. Black power.